Yo, what's up guys? Sam here. It is the night before WWDC 2021, and as is tradition, we've got some last minute stuff to talk about. These are honestly like my favorite videos to make just because the energy is in the air. The event is coming up in just hours. You might want to like watch something before the event because I know it's my favorite event every year. I love WWDC because it's the software event. This year we're also getting hardware. And of course, like the second I published my last final leaks and rumors video, a lot more leaks and rumors came out. So I want to talk about those today because there's some things that Apple has unintentionally leaked for the Apple Watch. There have been a lot of other, let's just jump in, it's the night before WWDC. We don't got time to be clowning around out here. So drop a like if you're excited, hit subscribe for more, and let's go ahead and jump in. All right, so first up for macOS 12, we have heard next to nothing about the update, but Bloomberg's Mark Gurman recently said in not only an article, but also a video on like this power-up series they do, that it is going to be, quote, a more muted update, end quote, which honestly is like not too much of a surprise. Also the fact that like we didn't hear anything about it. I don't think anybody's totally shocked here. Why would Apple be doing a smaller macOS update this year? Well, that's because we got macOS Big Sur last year, which was the biggest change and look to macOS I think ever. I mean, you could argue OS 10 back in the day in the early 2000s was a bigger change, maybe, but this design-wise was like a super big step forward. And it also just kind of made the Mac and the iOS icons like look a bit more similar, more uniform. I'm a big fan. I love Big Sur, but it makes sense that Apple's going to be doing a more muted, smaller, focused update this year. Don't expect anything big for macOS. And also because the big story for macOS at this keynote is going to be Apple announcing the new MacBook Pro. Again, no one has come out against that. No one has said that the MacBook Pro is not coming. So I fully expect to see Apple unveil this, well, at the event in just a few hours. And speaking about the event itself, there might be two events tomorrow because actually an iUpdate sub or somebody that follows my blog Apple Track tweeted out to me about this, and I was like, I don't know if this is real because it seems like an accident. Basically, Apple put up this video on Apple Music that said, introducing spatial audio, tune in at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on June 7th to watch the special event. And they have this imagery for it, right? Look, it's official. This, I actually confirmed. I went to the link. This was on an Apple server. So this is an official Apple video, but now they've taken it down. And they were basically claiming that after the event at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, there will be another second special event. You see where I'm going with, this is weird. Why would Apple do not only two separate events, but why would Apple not announce this and then take it down? Like, I think that maybe what will be happening is Apple will be announcing like a bonus event or something at WWDC as a second offering, more music focused. Okay, I also think if they're calling it a special event, I don't think it's just going to be spatial audio. I think we could see AirPods. That's just speculation if this is real at all, because again, Apple's taken the video down and there is no reference to this date or this time or this event anywhere else. So we'll see what happens. It's real weird, but it was real. Like it was in the, I think, New Zealand or Netherlands Apple Music. And it's almost more confusing because this isn't a rumor, right? This was from Apple. This is them saying this. I mentioned there'd be a couple things that are big in this video that Apple themselves has confirmed, which leads us into the next story about watchOS. This one is, it's just classic because we've seen this happen before WWDCs or Apple events in general. Somebody updates something in the back end that we're not supposed to see yet, and then we end up seeing it, and this has happened for watchOS 8. A developer on Twitter noticed that Apple updated the App Store profile, which is something that like is not really public to us, but showing like what apps we can download and win from the App Store, and they noticed that there were a couple of additions for the Apple Watch. Contacts app is coming to the Apple Watch. It seems a bit redundant since we have the phone app, but a dedicated contacts viewing app is coming, as well as the Tips application. But way more exciting than that is a new Mind app that has leaked. So we don't know any information about it, but remember, a couple years back, we've been hearing about mental health tracking features, guidance, assistance, support, whatever you want to call it, mental health features being baked into the Apple Watch. As somebody who struggles with my mental health on a daily basis, I am really excited to see what Apple has done here, because when they generally go after these things, like the Breathe app, they go pretty hard. Last we had heard it would maybe help users that were having a panic attack and guide you through breathing exercises, but it's called the Mind app, so I think this is going to be a bit more holistic and all-encompassing, and honest to God, I am so excited to see this. Like, this could be life-changing. And with all the data Apple's getting from these watches, this was actually the most meaningful leak to me. I was really, really excited to see this because I want somebody to focus on. I want somebody to work on it. I mean, there's a lot of people out here that struggle with mental health, and sometimes it can be really scary. It's cool. This video just got so serious, but listen, this is a dope leak, and I'm super excited. I'm super excited to see the Mind app. In my heart, though, I'm still dying to see iOS 15. We have heard almost nothing about this update, which is so weird. Generally, Mark Gurman will have these lengthy, huge, detailed reports about iOS 15, and this year it's just been super scant, few and far in between. But Gurman came back yesterday with another brief look. And for a Gurman report, it is like feature just real small. We don't have that much information about iOS 15, and it's really leading me to believe it may be a smaller update, but again, I don't know. Maybe just not a lot has leaked. Gurman starts off by saying one of the major new additions is going to be a control panel that provides in-depth detail on what data are being collected by each third-party app installed on your device, so it'll be app tracking transparency, but beefed up a little bit, thicker. That's with 3 C's at this point. It's going to tell you what these apps are doing that you didn't know about. This one's really interesting. It says you'll also be able to set a status on iOS 15, something like driving, sleeping, working, or I don't want to be disturbed. And the notifications will come in differently. If you're sleeping, they'll go in one place or they won't make sound. If you're working, they might ding, but they might not light up the screen. These are things I'm speculating on, but it sounds like it will be much more robust. And setting a status, will this be public? Will other people be able to see your status? Will the iPhone and iCloud become like a social network? I don't know. It could be really interesting. I mean, with all the teasers about iMessage, we know something big is coming for iMessage. But for notification banners, just circling back to that, apparently they are getting a new design. I hope we see more design changes in iOS, but I don't know if we will. So they're going to get a revamped UI for incoming notifications. The bad news is we had talked about a lock screen redesign. App icons I had seen working on the lock screen in a build of iOS 15. And it sounds like they've been pushed back. Gurman says some of the stuff might be here, but that other parts of the lock screen revamp will not be happening now. So they've probably been delayed till iOS 16. I can't believe we're already talking about iOS 16 and iOS 15 is a day away. But that's where we are. The lock screen doesn't sound like it's coming. Disappointing because I was really excited for that. And finally for iPad OS 15, which, again, is still basically iOS. Maybe Apple will change the direction they're going this year, but the widgets are going to be pinnable, placeable, snippets of calendar info on your home screen. They won't just be locked to the left side, which to this day has never made any sense whatsoever, but that's going to be addressed here. And those are the last minute leaks I've got for you. All right, I don't have any crazy images to show you or anything nutty, but like from the Mind app to iOS 15 setting a status, it sounds like there are big things happening there. To macOS being a bit more muted, and we still have HomeOS coming, and I think there's going to be a ton happening tomorrow. There is going to be a stupid amount of coverage here on iUpdate, so keep it locked and loaded. That being said, I'm not going to make another video until iOS 15 is out, so the next time we're talking, I'm going to have, this is the angle that you're going to see. It's going to be me holding my phone. I just got a new lens for my camera. I'm hyped about. Listen though, in between now and then, I run Apple Track. It's my Apple blog. I'll be updating that with like some last minute stories. I'll be tweeting about it at iUpdate. So follow me there if you always want to be up to date on the latest. All right. I hope you guys are doing well. I love you. And I'll see you tomorrow for WWDC